So I guess we are live. I believe so. And yeah, I think we are live. Yeah. So we are live, back into action. And yeah. So yeah. So we were, if you remember, if you followed my previous video, hashtag core video, you must have seen that we have created a drawer containing just a drawer header. You can also press this button and it will show this drawer over here. And we have made the drawer blue in the bottom of the clickable event. Now it cannot be clicked right now, so let's make it clickable. So I believe in the list tile there must be on tab, um, yeah, on tab it's a functionality. If you are not sure that why it takes a function, if you close out all these dot function dot files, you go to on tab, you can see that it takes a gesture tab callback. Now this is itself a type def. A type def in Dart is actually a type definition for a function. And if you click on it, it's just a name for a particular function. So if we go to gesture tab callback, you can see that the type def is saying that it's a function with the name on tab as a parameter. So yeah, so this is a function which doesn't really take any such arguments. So we are actually passing anonymous function and just opening in curly braces inside it. Now on tab, let me just say print hello world, which will be printed out in my run screen, not anywhere else. If I save it and run window from here, and if I press on it, you can see it says hello world. Now the tapping is possible. Okay, the tapping is possible. Now I was messing around with the different classes over here, and I found about absorb pointer. The absorb pointer is a widget that absorbs the pointer during hit testing. When absorbing is true, this widget prevents its subtree from receiving pointer events by terminating hit testing at itself. It still consumes space during layout and paints its child as usual. It just prevents its children from being target of located events because it turns true from the um, render box hit test. Render box or hit test method. So I do not know what the render box actually does, but according to the video,
button to null, for example, becomes disabled. And you can use never scrollable scroll physics to tell a list view not to scroll when the user drags it. But if you have a complicated subtree of widgets and just need a simple way to wall them off from touch events, try absorb pointer. Just put it at the topmost point in the widget subtree you'd like to block. And even though you can't see it, it'll keep touch events from getting to all the widgets below. You can use the absorbing property to quickly turn the absorb pointer on and off, and the ignoring semantics property lets you control whether screen readers and other features will ignore the blocked widgets. For more info on absorb pointer and all the other Flutter widgets.
Okay, so if I go over here and instead of scaffold, I say absorb pointer, and the absorb pointer, I don't know, if I just, what is the child? And this child is gonna be a scaffold, I believe. Hit enter. And cut this, maybe hit enter and say absorb pointer. Okay. And one more important thing that I want to make sure that all of these things are neatly constructed. So we might need to change things accordingly. Yeah, but this thing child list, it just really shows it that the drawer line ends over the drawer. This is the scaffold. This is the list view. Oh, this is the drawer, I believe. This is the scaffold. This is the drawer. Okay. and it does return absorb pointer. So I go back to the run and I click on home. And right now, as you can see, I cannot really do anything. I cannot really open the drawer. I cannot really press anything. So if I want to make sure that my absorb pointer is disabled, what I can do, I can say absorbing is false, and now I can press anything over here. Now it really works because the tab works and all the things below it works. But if I make it true, then the thing will be able to play. You can just see the screen. You cannot really scroll anything from it. So yeah, just pause one more time and just go back over here. Now say true or reload. Yep. So now you can see, I cannot tab, it doesn't really show print hello world over here. So we cannot really go back or anything like that. Okay, let's do one more thing. Let me just copy this list tile and just, oops, sorry, just copy this thing. Just below the content, let me press list tile multiple times. So let's see what happens. Okay, hot reload. And as you can see, I cannot really even scroll down as to the different icon and text below it. So this is the reason why absorb pointer is going to absorb every single thing. It's going to absorb the pointer effect on my screen that I cannot really scroll, cannot really move forward or backward, or even click any icon or button. So that is the idea of using an absorb pointer in a program. Now there is one thing of absorb pointer that is called ignore semantics, which will, if written true, then it will ignore, then it will let the screen readers are allowing to be able to read or read the different blocks of widgets on the screen. So it's just going to ignore all these widgets and not read anything to the reader, to the person, to the user. So I'm going to just remove the absorb pointer for now. And now if you can easily tap on it, and we can see the run effect hello world over here. That's fantastic. So that was the idea of using absorb pointer. Now in my previous video, I did mention that we are gonna walk through the drawer header class, because we only use the text, the child, and the decoration and nothing else. So the drawer header is this one, and I want to make explore what other things can we do with drawer header. So if I click on this drawer header class, you can see that we can also use a padding, a duration, a curve, and a margin to it. Now, if you remember that we have already done edge insert, which just the padding completely of this complete list, and we can do the same padding in the drawer header as well. Edge insets dot all. Let me give a double value, say 6 probably as the padding. And strangely, something really worked. I don't know what happened. Give 15 over here. So the padding, that means it does not really show any color to it, but the text inside it gets padded 15 pixels maybe. Let me choose just one more to give say 50 now. See that it gets to the position 50 from the left, from the top, from the bottom, and from the right. So that is what padding is all about. It's one more thing, is margin. do from LTRP, say 6, 6, and 5 at the final end. Save this thing. And now the margin is actually going to be the complete margin of the draw header. As you can see, it did margin it out from the left, top, right, and bottom. Whereas padding is the inside text that gets padded from in the inside, from the left, top, right, and bottom. So that is the idea of padding. Now you can also use different containers, tags, and lists in this toy header. But since I have not yet read how to use tags or circle avatars, then I will deter from using it in this video. But I will slowly as we keep on learning more of on how to write further widgets, we will be exploring those things just as this stream video continues. In the next video, we will keep on moving forward, and I hope that I will be able to um, make much more better widgets looking in a better way. So then we have a child, which is a text, and a style called text style. So right now in the draw header, we actually have created a margin, a padding. Now we did not make a duration. What is a duration? A duration probably is an object of class duration. Now let's do that. What can we possibly mean by duration? So I suppose a duration, say seconds, say 5 minutes, 4 seconds. Now not really sure what we'll do. Let me save it. Nothing really happens. So what this duration will do? Oh, so the duration of an animation in the decoration. So in the decoration, if I have not given decoration to a header, so if we use these decorations so if we use decoration in draw header, we can give the duration for the animation in the draw header. We can give a decoration, and the decoration is going to take a decoration class, whereas decoration class is an abstract class, so we must use some other class which extends decoration behind it downward. Um, so we need to find out what class extends decoration. I think we can use box decoration because it is saying that this class presents an abstract interface for all decoration. The box decoration for a concrete example. To actually paint a decoration, use the create box painter. So first, let's go to box decoration. So box decoration, let's go documentation, box decoration, and an immutable description of how to paint a box. So a box decoration class provides a variety of ways to draw a box. The box is a border, a body may cast a shadow, may cast a box shadow. The shape of the box can be a circle or a rectangle. If it is rectangle, then the border radius properly controls the roundness of the corners. The body of the box is painted in layers. The bottommost layer is this color, which fills the box. Above that is a gradient, which also fills the box. So generally, this is a box decoration which contains a color, an image, which is going to be a decoration image, and we can use the image property, the decoration image, to get the image that comes from our either computer or from the internet, and we can use the fit property. We have the border property of the box decoration to give a border. So let's do one thing. Let's try to use the box decoration. What decorated box? Is decorated box another kind of widget that paints decoration? Is maybe box decoration, decorated box class. decorated box class later. First, let's go to box decoration. I did not explain box decoration in my previous video. So let's go to box decoration. Box decoration. Now in the box decoration class, what kind of properties do we have? We have a color, we have an image, we have a border radius. If you remember, we draw a header, did oh, it did contain a box decoration. I'm so sorry. I already have given decoration. Why did I not see this thing coming? Okay, you already have given a box decoration with a color light green. Now, according to box decoration, we have an image, a border radius, box shadow. So let's first go to the image thing. So if I go over here and I say image, the image is going to take a decoration image. Now, the decoration image is a class. So the decoration image is a class, and it will contain a property called this.image, which is going to take image provider, and image provider can contain an asset or an image or a network image. So we're going to go with the asset image for this tutorial. So for this video, not tutorial, sorry. So first of all, you're going to contain a decoration image, and yeah, the decoration image contains an image again, which will be containing an asset image. Okay, and now the asset image is going to be an asset from my program, but since I don't have any assets in this program, then I have to give an asset folder. So let's make an asset folder over here. Click on this project, new directory, name it as assets, and again create a directory inside assets, say images. Now let's go to my browser, search for simple images. Use this one. Copy image, save image, and save image in further project, say my image. It must be a PNG file. So let's save this image. Okay, and now go back to my directory in my C drive, in my in my E drive. I have to go to my where did I go? The F drive, I believe. Yeah, in the F drive, if I go into further projects, my image, copy, paste over here, paste. So it contains my image. Now in my pub.pubspec.yaml file, I have to give assets. Now there was a way to use assets to first give hyphen and then write assets slash images slash my image dot png. If I'm correct, this must be the only way. Pub.get. I think again. Okay, pubspec YAML assets. So to give an assets colon before I use this thing. So assets asset images forward slash. So that is why we need to keep on practicing every day, that we don't forget what to use and where to use. Save it, pub-get, hot without synchronization error, no problem, we'll go to that later. Works, main dot dart. Now in this, we're gonna just say asset images, my image.png, and I'm gonna just remove the color property from here now. Okay. If I save it, I cannot see the image that we just created. That is strange. What if I use a network image? What if I use a network image? Still doesn't really work out. Fit box fit dot cover. Really see any image? Is network image? Is this link valid? It is a valid link. Now, why is this not showing in the header? Show a header. So the box decoration, so the draw header actually contains a child text, and we also contain a decoration which does not have any color, but it contains an image, which is a decoration image containing image, but it doesn't really show over here. I think I need to Google something about it to find out why it is not working. So I'm going to take a break of 2 minutes, and I will come back very soon. Okay, guys? Okay, I'm back. I'm sorry that we had to wait 5 to 6 minutes. Sorry for that. I was busy in some other. I got stuck in my other work. Anyways, so the image was not showing in this application. Let's do one more thing. Let's just copy all of this code and let's go to Dotpad to just check that it's the problem with all of the emulators of my emulator itself. So let's go to Dotpad, and in Dotpad, let's just create a new Flutter project and Control V over here. Let yeah, run this thing. So the image does really show, but in my emulator, image is not showing. Then it has to be an emulator problem. Jesus Christ, never thought my emulator would throw this kind of problem at me. That is not good. That is not at all good. Ooh. Now go back. So what to do? Search on Google as to why is this emulator creating problem. It's not showing up in Android. Android manifests XML under Android app source main. Image asset does not render on my Android module. This is the problem I'm facing. Not okay. This is not okay. Root image not loading. Android app source main. Where is this Android app source manifest? They're saying to add this kind of text. Permission network state. Where to add outside of applications. Outside of the application, this is the application scope. So it's that over here. Start the application into the application, I believe. The permission. APM manifest. Project. Run it again. No, still cannot see the image. It's very strange. Strange. It's kind of weird. I don't know why is it showing this. Yes, I'm gonna use my mobile phone right now just to check that it is a of my emulator and not with anything else. Arguments, no host specified for what host do you want me to specify? Let's go uh, used. Ah, do one thing. Let's try to find a simple image version in Flutter. Well, this image is network image thing. Um, what image is it? I can also use image redacted. Text images, my image, png, and png, and it does show an error provider. So the image cannot be assigned to image provider. Only certain things like the asset image, which is string image provider, can be used in scenario. Instead, forward slash images forward slash my img. Oh, so now it works. So the image works. The image works. The image works. Oh God, thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much. Thank you. But the network image doesn't really work. Oh well. So if this image works, um, yep, that is a fantastic thing. The image is finally working. Wow. So it was not a problem with the emulator, but something to be done with the network image thing not found URI. So let's go back and try to find out the reason for it to show this. Strange indeed. Please, um, to simple image, set the image only. Open link in a new tab. Open image in a new tab. Copy the image. Copy. Source image. Again, if we can have it. Paste it. Paste. Quotation mark. Yeah, now, so now the image works. My God. Finally, the image is working. I do not know what was the reason for it to throw an error in the first place. I was completely shocked because it was working in .pad and not on my program, so it was confused. But now it's working. The image is working. The image is working. The image is working. Amazing. So let's get back to work. I'm sorry if you had to wait 5 6 minutes for me to do other work, but finally we have been able to make the image work in the joy header. So we were in the box decoration. In box decoration, we have added image. We can add a color. Now, if I indeed change, if I indeed give a color over here, then if I control save it and reload it, then something really happens. So the color doesn't really show up because it has been, I think, what's going to happen? So the color really, something happens. So the color doesn't really show up because we are placing an image on top of the color. So we need to find out a better way to use the color so that it does show the color but also the image. In that case, we need to use a container inside this image, which is going to get complicated. But till now, we can understand that we can use an image, we can use a color. Like save the game, reload the program. Now we have the only the image, which is taken from using the network image. Fantastic. Now, what other things are there? We have a border. Now, the border actually takes a box border, and a box border is an abstract class. So we need to find um, a class which extends box border. Is saying rounded rectangle border. Let's go over here and type in string. Oops, I made a mistake. It should be outside of the decoration image. Border, rounded rectangle border. I use this object and is saying something error. The surrounded rectangle border cannot be assigned to box border. Then what about circle border? And it cannot be assigned to box border. No, we still can't be. So let's get documentation. Box border, box border. Box border in Flutter. Box border Flutter. So this is the border, and what he is doing is that the decoration is adding a child text and style. That is okay. The box decoration is return a box decoration border and border dot all. So border is the class we might be interested in looking at, a border of a box. So we have to use the border class to return the box border. So I believe border, if I change it to say border dot all. Now border class, yeah, border extends box border. So we can use border class in place of box border abstract class. In the box, so in the border class, as you can see, it has just the first border constructor, which says we can use the top, right, bottom, and left, which are going to be border side values. So just a moment. So we can use the top, right, bottom, and left. So let's do that first. So if I just create a border, border, there's a top, it's a border side uh, thing. And what is a border side? A border side is actually a class which contains something. Border side none, which is an object of border side. object is going to contain another constructor with the width, this, style, this, whereas width and style are not required parameters. We can give a width, style, and color to the box border. So in this case, we will give a border size, right? And the border size can be width. Let's say the width is going to be say 3.0. The color is going to be say suppose color dot say choose a color indigo probably. So I'm gonna give just the top border as the color indigo and with third. Let me save the program and see what happens. So now you can see the top is having a border. So let's do the remaining thing as well with the border properties. So first of all, we have to hit enter, and so we have to enter here. So we have the border side. Now we have to go and type in the top. It is under the bottom, right? Border side top, left top, right bottom. Yeah, just something left top, right bottom. Give a comma. I forgot to give a comma. Bottom again. Border side with say 3.0. Let's make it a little bit bigger. I give 6. 6. Color. Colors dot indigo. 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 Okay. And right. Border side. Roughly with 0.0. Color is gonna be colors dot indigo. Every single time it just pops it back. This it makes pop like this, and I say left and just change it, copy this thing. And I can see a nice border around it. Now we can also give a style over here. It takes a border style, so it takes a border style. Remember, so over here in the border side, we went down to the style. It takes border style, and border style is another class enum. So not class enum, which takes solid none. Keep the border. So we can only take solid or none. Can we not make it rounded? There are many things that we need to do. So border style solid in this case. Just the same by default solid. Here it is not needed. I might need to find out a way that if this border can be a rounded border. For that thing I have to use something else, not the box decoration, to using it as rounded, using it as solid only with any box decoration. So anyways, we have been able to create the different kind of, just a moment, this decoration is in style, draw a header, this style should be right there. And this text style is fantastic, comma, it is type text goes into yeah, so far we have been able to create something. Get back to box decoration. We have given border. We can give box shadow, gradient, background blend mode, and shape also. First we'll go to the shape part. Over here, shape. It takes a box shape. Now let me see if box shape is a abstract class or not. Now in the shape, it's going to take an enum. So it is an enum which contains a rectangle and a circle. So by default, if I take it as a circle, like box shape dot circle, I save it, now it becomes a circle. Amazing. So it can be a rectangle or a circle in box border. So that is it. So there are two different things. And one more thing is the border radius. Border radius. It actually takes like a border radius geometry. Border radius. Border radius geometry is an abstract class. Is the border radius. It's gonna take top left, top right, bottom right. Nice. So a border radius and all. I believe there was something mentioning of top left, top right, or is it all radius, this one only? So if I just give all, then it goes to all the radius of top left, top right. Okay. But if I give vertical, then I can give the top vertical, so top radius and the bottom radius. Whereas if I give horizontal, like left and right, if I give dot only, then I can specify different locations. I just go to the only, border radius dot only, and in this I can get top left. Now this is going to take type radius, so it's going to take a type radius, and I believe radius is a class, and this is an object of radius. So an object rotation radius of circular, 0, circular, 0 over here, radius dot radius circular dot elliptical elliptic circular circular. Let's give the circular double take 5. So we have only been able to create top left portion. Let me do one more thing. Just and top right dot circular also. Give it 5. Yeah, so let's save it.
and I cannot really see any particular differences. You can make it bigger. Yeah, so now I can see difference over here. As you can see that this gets rounded on the top left and top right. I can do this also on the bottom left, bottom right. So bottom left, do elliptical, double X, double Y, 10, 20 roughly. Oh, save it. So now it's just elliptical. If I do 2020, it looks similar to the circle. Let's do bottom right radius dot elliptical. Okay, so we can now see text, background image, and a border just around it. Now this white space is just the padding and the margin that we have given over here. So if I remove the margin from here, it should remove the white space. And now this white space just over here is because of the margin that we have provided. Somewhere else, I believe, must be given this. So this is the padding. If I save it again, now you can see that it is padded. You can see that it is not showing any padding anywhere. Just save it. Now it takes the complete portion. So one more thing, that's gonna be 0. LT, I mean left is 0, right is 0. Make the top and the bottom a little bit more. Let's say 8. Save it. Now it looks better. 8, 8. The right side looks not good. Say 5. Oh, I made a mistake. LTR. The top is gonna be 0, and the left is gonna be 0. But I don't want that. I want it to be 8. And therefore, when I give 8, then it becomes an 8 basis of top. Like if 8 over here becomes 8 on the right. So if I just remove 0, I give everything as 0, 0. 0 to the left, right, at bottom, then it should completely remove all padding. But if I remove this padding property completely, then you can see that it takes a default padding and it gives the white space in front of in front top. So I don't want that. I want it to completely take full area. Give 0, 0, 0, 0. Now we have a drawer application which when you open, we can find the image, the border shape, text over here, and clickable text, and some decorated text also. So that was very fantastic indeed. We have covered lots in this video. Now there's one more thing, is the box shadow. This box shadow is so it does what? It just paints a shadow. I don't think we can see this shadow probably. Let's do this. It does take a list of box shadow. Box shadow is a class. It takes a list of box shadow. So box decoration, box shadow. Search in Google. Say box decoration, box shadow, flutter. Gradient property, box decoration. First of all, is the tile, the container which contains decoration in a tile. Fine. and the content also comes with decoration, color gradient, linear gradient, and it does what it just makes a gradient of the container. Just paints it with this color gradient. Now we also have something about box shadow, I believe. Tile mode property. So there are different properties. Like we haven't really touched gradient that much, I believe. In the box decoration, we haven't really touched the gradient because I believe gradient is a big property which is going to take a lot of time to explain. So we will go to gradient in the next video where we will be talking about gradient and other things. So they can see from here, gradient is quite a big property. Yeah, fantastic. Really is fantastic. Search for just box shadow. Box shadow is a list of shadows cast by this box behind the box. The shadow follows the strip of the box. Takes four parameters: colors, offset, blur radius, and spread radius. So the box shadow, given a border radius, the border radius is only what they done over here. It does what? It takes a new box shadow and it takes a color, red color, which is just behind this box decoration, I believe, for an offset, new offset 20.10, 10.0. Let's do one thing that's just what is this? Let's just try to do this thing in my program and let's see what happens. So we have given the border radius, let's say box shadow, and according to the code, it does take a list of box shadow. So first of all, we're gonna give the box shadow. This stage is within parameters are defined. What? Oh, so the S is gonna be capital. So the shadow will contain parameters. First is gonna be color, the offset. So we're gonna use the default as mentioned, the color is red. So let's see the color. Colors of red offset. And the offset is a new offset which actually can also give offset on the new set 20.0, 10.0. I'm not really sure whether we can see anything in my program if I save it. Loading, but now we can see an offset just behind the screen. So this is the idea of using a box shadow. Okay, if I change it 20, if I save it, and it goes 20 to the bottom, and if I make 10 over here, then it goes 10 to the left. So it actually means if I give it 0, then it will, so we cannot really see, this part. So if I give 0, we cannot really see this part, I believe. Yeah, we cannot really see this part. If I give 0 over here as well, then we cannot really see the bottom part. Okay, so this is the idea of using a box shadow. Now in the box shadow, we can also give certain things like blur radius, spread radius, which is 0, 0. Let's change it. Let's change it to blur radius. Playing around with it. So I mean, I'm not really sure what it's gonna do. Blur radius. So it gets blurred. As you can see, it's blurred. If I make 15.8, it gets more blurred. It gets more blurred. If I base 1 to 5.8, it is super blurred. So that is the idea of using box shadow. So we have covered a lot of things. We have covered border, images, shapes, box, shadow, but we not covered about gradient, because from this tutorial I can see that the gradient property is quite a big one. So I need to first read it from my part, and then I can work in the next video, because it's going to take a lot of time for me to grasp from it. So I hope you guys like this video. If you liked it, please throw a thumbs up on my video, and we will see each other in the next video, where we will cover in things in much more detail. So thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you again later.